Hello Avi, it's Pedro at Large responding to your response to this whole Paul Perry thing and Tom's comments. I want to thank you for the measured tone of your response, the thoughtfulness with which you put it together. One of the things that I like about YouTube is when people just share what they feel about things themselves, or share some activity that they're doing. And I have to say that I don't feel that all that is done by Renato is done with a spontaneity that I've seen in other videos. Could this be because there's finance involved? I make no bones about it that I find it most valuable when there are people who are expressing what they want to because they like doing it, because they have an interest in the subject that's under discussion or the activity that they're doing. There's no side to it, there's no financial side to it. Now, I'm not against people earning a living, obviously, but I suppose I'm one of those who would be troubled by people who put across activities or comments when there could be a motivation that, well, I've got to do this, or, you know, I'm doing this because I'm being paid to do it. And I suppose it comes from a long tradition in the UK of people volunteering to do things, not just out of the goodness of the heart, but because they actually want to do something, and hey, you know, this is fun. That's how they perceive it, whether it's something serious or something light-hearted. And that seems to be the way that I like to see YouTube. Now, I know it's not the only way, and I must confess though that looking at Renato's latest video on the loss of a model aeroplane, I did think that there wasn't too much difference between my watching that video, and I did stick it out to the bitter end, and watching paint dry. The only difference with paint drying is that at the end of the day you get a nice finish. But I don't know, but I just feel that it's a shame when we're not clearly understanding where somebody's coming from, because it could be obscured for commercial reasons, and I think it's all to do with integrity. You know, if I go to a garage and somebody is telling me about the qualities of a motor car, I'm aware that that person, their job depends on my ultimately making the decision to buy that car, so I can take that into account when I'm considering the claims made for the vehicle. Now, I can test it out against a test drive, against facts produced by magazine tests, so on and so forth. And when I'm talking about cars with my friends and talking about perhaps what model should I be looking at next, or what vehicle would be best to accomplish this particular task, when my friends are talking about it, because I know that their jobs have got nothing to do with selling cars, then I take on board what they say is just an honest statement of how they see things, and I feel a certain freedom in receiving and accepting their comments and their advice without any difficulty. So there we are. I suppose it's all down to trust and integrity in the end, and perhaps I'm a little puzzled about it. But thank you for what you said. I was fascinated about the dog thing. I'd not heard of that experiment before, and I thought it was very interesting that you can bring a dog into a state of confusion. Quite why one should want to do that, I'm not sure. But anyway, I'll let it rest there. Avi, just thank you for your response.